Hello, I'm Dr. Wickham Simonds. I'm an obesity medicine specialist from the Triangle region of North Carolina, and this is Obesity Medicine Perspective. So on the last video, we talked about alcohol intake and how that fits into your diet. So this video, I want to talk about another common question that I get from patients and from the public and from people that I know, which is, hey, what about these artificial sweeteners? Are artificial sweeteners okay? For example, an artificial sweetener in diet soda is probably, or diet tea is the most common scenario in which this comes up. And so the next statement usually out of the person's mouth is, yes, I know those things are bad, and it's probably better to have the real soda, right? And so I would just want to address that by saying, no, it is not better to have the real soda or the real sweet tea. That is an absolute falsehood, and I would not fall into that trap, okay? So although I don't believe that artificial sweeteners are the ideal thing to do, I don't think they're bad for most people either. So that to me, there's not any scientific evidence that a lot of this sort of common stuff that you hear about that people say make artificial sweeteners so bad. There's not any scientific evidence to corroborate this sort of thing. And if you were to believe that, then you then kind of essentially have to believe that most of the country's notable scientists are working together to hoodwink the general public. And I think that in this era would be very hard to do. So I don't buy that it's really bad. I think on things like diet soda, I would rather you drink water. Water would be the best. Regular soda would be the worst, and things like diet soda would be somewhere in between. It's better than regular soda, but not as ideal as water. So I let people have them if they really want them and if they're able to lose weight while doing them. So, and I think that's really what you have to decide. Hey, if I drink a Diet Coke or 2 Diet Cokes every day, am I still losing weight while doing it? And if the answer is yes, then I would say it's okay for you to do. And if you could do water, it's probably healthier for you than diet soda. So I'm not against artificial sweeteners, and I don't necessarily have a strong preference for one over the other. I like the taste of stevia and Truvia better than the others because it doesn't seem to have an aftertaste. So if I use it, and I don't use very much, but if I do use it, that's typically what I use. And I personally don't drink things like diet drinks or have yogurts, for example, that are artificially sweetened because the sweet taste of it, for some reason, triggers a hunger response in me, and I end up being hungrier in the aftermath and wanting more food. So I don't really do it a whole lot. And you can experiment with these things and see if that happens to you. But I didn't want to give the impression that artificial sweeteners are uniformly bad. They are a lot better than sugar for you, but probably not the most ideal thing. So if you could avoid them, great. And if you use some, use it sparingly. But whatever you do, stay away from sugar. So until the next time we talk, I'll give you the tools, you give me the effort, and together we'll overcome obesity.